Stop scrolling right now. Put your phone down and listen. If you are currently renting or sitting on the sidelines waiting for the housing market to crash so you can finally afford a home, you are being lied to. You have been programmed by outdated advice from your parents and traditional finance gurus to believe that buying a $500,000 house requires a $100,000 down payment and a soul-crushing $4,000 monthly mortgage that enslaves you for 30 years. That is exactly what the banks and the wealthy want you to believe. It keeps you renting. It keeps you poor. Here is the brutal truth. You are not priced out of the market. You are just using the wrong playbook. You are playing checkers while the rich are playing chess. What if I told you that the sticker price of a house is irrelevant? What if I told you that I could hand you the keys to a $500,000 asset and your net out-of-pocket cost every month would be less than a cheap car payment, just $500? You think it's a scam? No. It's basic math that standard financial advice ignores. Give me the next 5 minutes and I will prove it to you. Before we get to the math, we have to fix your vocabulary. You are looking at real estate through the eyes of a consumer, a sheep. The sheep sees a house as a sanctuary, a place with a white picket fence, and most importantly, a massive liability. They see a $500,000 mortgage as a giant debt anchor dragging them down. Their goal is safety and paying it off as slowly as possible with their own salary. The investor, the wolf, sees it differently. We don't see a home. We see a business holding. We see a tax shelter. We don't see debt. We see subsidized leverage. To own a $500K house for $500 a month, you must stop thinking about buying a single-family home for yourself. That is a luxury item. Instead, you are going to buy a small business that you happen to sleep inside of. We are talking about a duplex, a triplex, or a house with an accessory dwelling unit, ADU. The concept is simple. You don't pay the mortgage, other people do. You are not the debtor. You are the CEO of a mini apartment complex. The $500K isn't your burden, it's the capital required to start the business. Get your calculator out. Let's look at the cold hard truth. Let's take a decent $500,000 property. The traditional buyer, the sheep, puts down 20% because Dave Ramsey told them to. That's $100,000 cash gone. At today's rates, let's assume 7%, their mortgage, taxes, and insurance are roughly $3,300 a month, all coming from their paycheck. That is terrifying. Now, look at the wolf's approach. We buy a $500,000 duplex, 19.2. We use a low down payment loan program like the FHA loan in the US. We only put down 3.5%. That's just $17,500 cash to control a $500K asset. Because we put less down, our total monthly payment is higher, let's say about $4,100, including mortgage insurance. But here is the magic. You live in one side, you rent the other side out for current market rates, let's say $2,200 a month. Your payment just dropped from $4,100 to $1,900. You say, wait, you promised me $500 a month. I'm getting there. You are still thinking like a consumer living in luxury. You need to hustle. You take the second bedroom in your unit and you rent it to a roommate for $800 a month. Now your cost is $1,100. We are close. Now factor in the tax benefits. The depreciation write-offs and interest deductions on this property will likely save you another $400 to $600 a month on the taxes from your day job. The math doesn't lie. Your net out-of-pocket cost to control a $500,000 appreciating asset is $500 a month. Compare that to renting. If you rent for 10 years at $2,000 a month, you have lost $240,000 forever. In my scenario, in 10 years, your tenants have paid down $100K of debt, and the house is probably worth $700K. The difference in net worth is insulting to your intelligence. Okay, the math proves it's possible. How do you execute? Step 1, the mindset shift. Accept right now that your first house is not your dream home. It is a stepping stone. You are sacrificing privacy for 2 years to build freedom for the next 20. If you aren't willing to share a wall with a tenant, keep renting and stay poor. Step 2, the vehicle, the legal loophole. You need to find loan programs that allow low down payments for multi-unit properties as long as you live in one unit. In the US, this is the FHA loan. It is literally a government-sponsored hack to let you use massive leverage. Step 3, the hunt. Stop looking at pretty kitchens. Start looking for ugly duplexes in decent neighborhoods with strong rental demand. Find a realtor who understands investment properties, not just someone who shows you where the bathroom is. And if you want to optimize this, be ruthless. Maximize rents annually. If your local laws allow it, put that second unit on Airbnb instead of a long-term lease. Your $500 monthly cost might turn into $500 monthly profit. I hear the little voice in your head already making excuses. But I don't have $17,500 for the down payment. Then you don't have a housing problem. You have an income and discipline problem. If you can't scrape together $17K to change your financial life, stop watching Netflix, get a second job, sell your car. It's a tiny price of admission. But I don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to fix toilets at midnight. Are you serious? You would rather work 40 hours a week for 40 years at a job you hate than spend 2 hours a month managing a property that sets you free. You are just being lazy. If you are that soft, hire a property manager for 10% of the rent and factor it into the math. But it's risky. What if the tenant doesn't pay? The biggest risk is relying on one source of income, your job, to pay rent that goes up every single year. That is risky. Controlling an asset with multiple income streams, you, tenant A, tenant B, is the definition of security. Listen to me. The system is designed to keep you paying someone else's mortgage until you die. The only way out is to own the assets. Imagine 5 years from now. You move out of that duplex and buy your next one. You rent out your unit. That first $500K house is now paying you $1,000 a month in pure profit, and you still own it. That is how wealth is built. Not by saving pennies, but by using leverage intelligently. Don't just watch this video, feel smart for 10 minutes, and go back to scrolling TikTok. Here is my challenge to you. Open Zillow right now. Look for duplexes in your area. Run the numbers I just gave you. Do the math and decide today. Are you going to be the victim paying rent or the player collecting the checks? The clock is ticking.